Guangzhou in China's southern Guangdong Province is known for its numerous fashion wholesale manufacturing markets. Until recently, more than 100,000 workers from Hubei Province have been employed in garment factories or fashion shops in Guangzhou's Haizhu District. However, due to the CCP virus pandemic, the garment industry has lost a large number of customers. Both factory and shop owners are struggling to pay their rent. On April 21st and 22nd, business owners in the Haizhu District held protests in the street to demand rent reductions, only to be met with arrests and suppression by police. The Chinese-language Epoch Times was able to talk with two garment factory owners and a landlord in the fashion market on April 30th. Mr. Pan is the owner of a garment factory in Kangle village of Haizhu District.
Roughly, how much is your monthly rent?
About 10,000 yuan, $1,416.
How big is the place?
We live next to our garment workshop. Combining the workshop and our dorm, it is around 1,100 square feet. The rent is expensive. Everything in Guangzhou is expensive.
Do you mean there are no orders at all?
Right.
I heard that there are people going back to Hubei every day.
Yes, it's happening every day.
Do you have any specific plans?
Not yet. It depends. Presently, I don't have any income, but I still have to pay rent.
How are you going to make a living for the time being if there is no income?
What can I do? I am spending my savings.
Did you hear any updates about the outcome of the protests?
No updates so far.
When did it take place? How many people participated?
Around 1,000 people.
Is your family in Hubei worried about your safety?
Of course. There were new infections in the past 2 days. One of them is from Hubei.
You have been in this business for more than 10 years. Do you think you might be able to change jobs?
No, it will be too difficult. People like me are only good at this profession.
Mr. Zhuo is a garment factory owner at Kangle village.
I heard that many people from Hubei have chosen to return home to Hubei.
That's true.
Are you having a very tough time in business this year?
Very tough indeed.
Are most of the factories still closed?
Yes.
Have any landlords agreed to reduce or waive rents? How many months?
The landlord agreed to waive 1 month's rent.
1 month? Didn't you ask him to waive several months?
Just 1 month. In some places, waiving even 1 month was rejected.
Have any Hubei natives purchased homes in Guangzhou? Does any business owner own their own workshop?
Who could afford it? Real estate here is very expensive.
Is your main business export or domestic?
There has been no export at all this year.
Then you have to rely on domestic consumers. How is the situation with the domestic market?
Very bad.
Does the government have any relief programs, such as financial aid or subsidies?
We expect the government to help us reduce the rent, but there is not much reduction so far.
So what do you most need assistance with for the time being?
To have the landlords reduce the rents, we may be able to survive if the rents are reduced.
Mr. Xia is a landlord who owns rental properties in Ruibao village.
I heard that many people from Hubei are now returning home.
I believe so. They don't have any jobs here, but they have expenses to pay.
How are your rentals doing? Are they all occupied?
In my dreams, how can they be all occupied? I'll be satisfied if the rents I collect cover my costs and utilities.
How many rooms do you own? How many tenants do you usually have?
30 rooms.
How many people are renting now?
About a dozen. They can hardly pay rent and utilities. These business people are suffering huge losses, but they still have to pay wages. It's a very tough time.